Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to integrate MapBox in a native iOS application. So I will be using UIKit and not SwiftUI, but feel free to use SwiftUI as well because the documentation also guides you on how to use SwiftUI, but you will have to refer the documentation. So first thing is you need to sign up for MapBox. It requires credit card or debit card registration as well. But it has a generous free tier, but yeah, it does require credit card and debit card registration. So once you have done that, the first thing is as usual I have created a iOS application. Like I said, I'm using UIKit, but you can use SwiftUI as well. So I'm just loading my view controller. So here is my view controller. Now before we install the MapBox dependency, I'm using Swift package manager, but we can't directly install those dependencies because this particular MapBox thing requires a access token, like a public token as well as a private secret token. So once you sign into MapBox, you will already have the public token. So here you can see, you can just click on this URL and it will show you the default access public token. Now with the help of that, you can generate a secret access token as well. So you will need to go to the accounts. I'm not going to show you guys that. So you just need to go to this tokens page, click on create a token and give this downloads read permission, and it will generate a secret token for you. Okay, so with the help of this secret token, we need to generate this particular file. Now I am on macOS, like I'm assuming most of you are on macOS if you're creating a native iOS application. So you should be in the root of your system. So I'm already in the root of your system. You can just do this cd. As you can see, I'm already inside the root. Then first we need to run this particular command. So I don't have a .NET RC file, so I'm getting this error. As you can see, it is also telling this. Now if you're like me, you don't have this .NET RC file, you need to run this particular command. I don't require a dot at the very end. So touch space .NET RC. Then we need to add this credential, so I'll just copy this. Then what I can do is I'll just open a new tab, new window inside VS Code. I'm using VS Code, feel free to use whatever text editor you feel like. Then here we just need to go to your root of your macOS, open this .NET RC. If you're not able to see this .NET RC file, you just have to do shift command dot. That way you are able to see all the hidden files which you have. So if I press shift command dot, again it will hide my hidden files or dot files, and if I press it again, here you can see I'm able to see my all hidden files. So I'll just paste this thing which I have copied it from documentation. Now here you need to paste your secret access token. I'll enter mine later on, like no, I have to enter it now, so I'll just go off the screen and enter it. I'm not going to show it to you, but here is something like this. If this is your secret access token, okay, don't try to use this, this is not a valid. Here you need to enter your secret access token. Again I'm repeating, it is the secret access token and not the public token. This is necessary, otherwise when you try to import MapBox using Swift package manager, it will not work for you. You will try to see a lot of errors. So this is necessary, you need to enter your password right now. So I'll quickly enter my password and come back and show you guys the next. I've entered my secret access token. Then I've just closed that particular file. As you can see, you also require the sharing and permission. So for that you can just again go to .NET RC file. I think by default it is fine. So you can just right click on it, click on get info, and here you can see I have the read and write permission already. So I don't want to change that. Then like it said, so we'll come back to this public access token later on. But if you have the public access token, you can just go to info.plist and you just have to add it as an MBX access token, something like that. Yeah, MBX access token, and just paste it over here, but I'll come back to that later on. If you want, you already have the public access token, you can just paste it inside your native iOS application. Now coming back to dependency, so this is very important. You should be following the okay. So this is the search SDK for iOS, right? We don't really want that. We'll go to another documentation. The reason I came to this documentation is because the other documentation does not tell you how to create the .NET RC file. That is very important. And this documentation, like I said, does not tell you how to create a .NET RC file. So let's come over here. So as you can see over here, we'll just copy this particular URL. We'll go to our project. We'll go to my iOS app. I'll just click on file, add package dependencies, and I'll just paste this URL over here. Then here, this is the important part. Don't select the main branch because I think that is not the right approach. Here you can see just go to the documentation, whatever they say in the documentation, this version you have to use this particular version. Okay, so here what we'll need to do is dependency rule up to next major version, and here I'll just paste this particular part. I'll click on add package. Now again this communicates with the .NET RC file, so if you haven't set up properly you will fail, like it will show you like fail to resolve all this and that, but yeah, for me this is fine. So here make sure you select your iOS app over here and just click on add package, and it will add all the dependencies for you over here. Okay, so this is done. Now what I'll do is, so this is a simple code to display MapBox inside your application. So I'll just copy this. I'll go to our view controller. So let's start from a simple basic example. So I'll just paste this particular bit of code as well. Import, copy this, and I'll paste and I'll just run this application. Okay, it is running on my real application, on my real device. I don't want that. I'll just run it on the simulator. Okay, so let's go through this. Yeah, this, I think this is a false positive. Like I already have that MapBox map module. I don't know, like Xcode is not playing nicely. So here you can see we are importing MapBox maps, and here inside view did load we just create this map view. We pass the entire frame so that it occupies the entire width and height of the screen. Then here we set the camera option, so we just pass the, here you can change the latitude, longitude, or whatever you feel like, and then we just set our camera to the camera options, and here we set the auto resizing mask as well, where we pass the flexible width as well as flexible height, and then we just add our map view to our parent view. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so let this boot up. In the meantime, what we can do is okay, there's one thing which we forgot, is this MB access token, right? So we require that as well. So here they have given it, so I'll just copy this. Okay, yeah, sorry about this. I'll just go to info.plist. I'll just, you can either use this info.plist or there is one more info.plist. I mean, it's pretty much the same. Here you can go info, and here also you can add it. I just use this info.plist because I like to use this open as source code option, but yeah, you don't have to use this. It's up to you how you want to use, how you want to do things. Okay, I think they have not given it like they are just given it like this. So yeah, let me just go do it like that, how they have said it. So here I'll just go to info.plist, and I'll just click on this plus button, and I'll just enter MB access token. Okay, I'll just click enter. Now here you need to enter your MB access token. Again, I'll just enter mine and come back, and then I run the application and show you guys output. I'm not showing you guys my MB access token. Okay, so let me do that and come back. Here you can see I'm able to run my application. Here is our MapBox. So yeah, that's what this is all about. Let me set the device location as well, which we will be using for the next location example which I want to show it to you. So I'll just set it to Apple. Okay, so this is one of the things. Okay, if you want you can just copy this code. I'll just copy this, okay, paste it over here, and I'll just comment this out because I just want that code to be used later on. I'll just now remove this. Now you need to go to this particular documentation. So suppose you want to fetch the user location and you want to display where the user is exactly located on a map. So for that you will have to follow this particular example. So first you need to add this permission, then you need to also add this permission, and then is one so we'll come back to this later on, and you also need to add this permission. Okay, so you need to add all this permission inside info.plist. I'll show you that in a second, and if you want you can go through this documentation. What I have done is that I have basically copied the entire code from over here. Let me see, I'm not able to find it. They have see this particular example which they have given. In this they have given us the entire code, so basically we can just copy all this code and it will help us. So I'll just to prove it to you, I'll just copy everything, okay, and I'll remove this and I'll paste it over here. So I'll just remove the extra UI kit as well. We need to add the permission, I know, so we'll come back to that later on. Now even I'm not really good at this explaining all this stuff, but I'll try to explain whatever I can. Here they are using some kind of a cancelable. Here is our map view, These are different types of button as well as styles which they are using. And here by default we are hard coding this latitude and longitude because we don't have the user location yet. Once we have it, we'll update our camera to that. Then here we create our options. Here is our map view. Here we set the auto resizing mask. We add our map view to our parent view. Here we add the add style toggle as well. Then we do setup toggle show bearing image button, and next one is setup location button as well. Then here this is for adding the user position icon to the map with location indicator layer. Then we set the delegate as well. Then we call start tracking. Okay, I think this is an extra thing which is unnecessary in the documentation. We can remove that public. And here we just have this method. Here is again the sync puck and button. Again, I'm not really sure. We don't really need this deprecated thing. We can remove it. And yeah, let's again, like I said, I have just copy pasted all this code. Feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like and just copy the code, or just go to the documentation and you can copy the code as well. So yeah, again, I'm not really an expert in this, so sorry about this. So I'm just copied it from the documentation. And these are the styles which I have defined. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Again, I'll simply scroll up. Feel free to pause the video and just copy all this code if you feel like. Okay, next we will be adding permissions. So for that we again need to click on this, either click on this info.plist, or you can again go back to my iOS app and click on info.plist. I'll just open this info.plist. Here I'll just paste this particular bit of code. Again, this I have just copied it from the documentation. Now I have removed the value of my MB access token. Make sure you don't remove that, otherwise it will not work for you. So I'll quickly so yeah, this again, like I said, this is all for the permission related to location. Again, I'll just enter this value offline and quickly run the application and show you guys the output. Here you can see this is the output. So I'll just click on allow while using app, and here you can see it has landed me to the Apple Park, I guess. And if I want just to prove it to you, I can just go to features, location, and I'll go for a freeway drive. So it should automatically update my location on the map as well as as I keep moving. I don't know why I'm not moving. Maybe I am moving. Yeah, I am moving. The camera was like, the map was zoomed out a lot, so I'm zooming it in. I have zoomed in a lot now. I don't know how to zoom out because I don't have that inside of my simulator, but hopefully you got the point. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.